introduced yesterday, we already have inequalities. So today we're going to have doing lesson 4.7, graphing inequalities. We're not going to be solving. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. So with that said, if we have, for example, x is greater than 2. If we graph this, remember yesterday I asked you, when is the time you have a closed dot? When is the time that you have an open dot? So let's try to do that first. When is the time that we have an open dot? Yes. It should be on less than or greater than. So if here it says x is greater than 2, then that's an open dot. We'll have an example for that later on. When is the time that we have a closed dot in our graph? Somebody else? No. Yes. Yes. Say again? No, it's not. No. Less than or greater than is an open dot. When is the time that we're graphing with a closed dot? Yes. Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Alright? Remember that. So going back to this one, we are going to graph this. That's why I asked you to have two different colored pens, a pencil and a red pen. So if we're gonna graph this in that number line, it doesn't need to start the number line at 0 or 0, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't need to be like that. We could always start our graph where it says we are. So we could start at 2. So I could put 2 here. Alright? So x is greater than 2. So if that said, I'm gonna graph it here. Should it be open or should it be closed? Open. Should I put my arrow to that side or to the side? To the right or to the left? If you look at this, that is pointing to the right. You just have to follow what it says as long as it is in standard form. Variable, inequality, and number. So we go that side. With that said, what are the first 3 possible answers? Yes. Give me the first 3. Just give me 3. Give me the first 3 answers. You give me already 1. The first 3. Yes, go. 3, 4, and 5. Or 12. That's correct. But I'm asking for the first 3 answers. Right? So, why is it that 2 is not a possible answer? Wrong answer, sorry. Say? Why is 2 not a first possible, not an answer at all? Yes. See again? Not yes, but not yes. Yes. Because x is greater than 2. Come on, people. I don't know. You guys are confusing yourself. So let's say I have x is less than -3. We're still going to be getting that inequality, that graph. So I'm still going to be making that graph over here. And so that. So that should be -3. Okay? It doesn't need to be in wherever. You're not going away. I'm teaching, right? But I'm teaching, no one is leaving. So what do you know? Oh my goodness. Okay. So it says x should be less than -3. So I start there. Should it be closed or should it be open? Is it closed or an open dot? Open. And since this arrow is pointing that way, we're just gonna follow that. So you're gonna go here. So what is our possible first 3 possible answer? Yes. -3 is not a possible answer. Why? Why is -3 not a possible answer? Yes. It should be what? That's not greater sign. Because that is, okay. So it should be less than -3, which is -4, -5, -6. So that will be your first three possible answers. -4, -3, -5, going to -6. Why is there -3? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. -4, -5, -6. See, you make it confused. Yes, -7. Alright. Copy, and then we continue. Copy by S, right? So greater or equal to 7, for example. So we're still gonna be making our number line. Again, we don't need, yes, we don't need to do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could actually start at 7. In this case, it says greater or equal to. Therefore, when we graph it, our dot is what? Close. Why is it close? Yes. Because it's equal to. And then since the arrow is pointing that way, you just follow that. Nothing that wrong with that. So it means our x will be greater towards that way. So that would be 8, 9, 10, and so on. So our answer is going to be 8, 9, 10. And you could go all the way to whatever number you like as long as it's greater than 7. Next example. So let's say we got x. Okay. So we graph that again. I don't understand why that's not working. Alright? So again, we'll start at 3. You don't need to start at 0. So you can start at 3. And in this case, right? And in this case, the graph is what? The dot is open or closed? Okay, so you know the reason why, right? And then since the arrow goes that way, it says less than. So we're just going to follow the arrow. And I'm usually going to be asking you, give me the first 3 possible solutions. So in this case, the first possible answer is 3. 3 because, why is it 3 is the first possible answer? Let's clarify that. Yes. Because it says it should be less or it could be equal to 3. It says less or equal to 3. So 3 should be your first possible answer. And then 2, 1, and so on. Going down. Yes, question, go. First, the left side to the right side. So left side, I have 4 is greater than x. If that's the scenario, you really have to read the situation because it says 4 is greater than x. So it means x should be less than 4. So with that said, it will be open and the x should be less than 4. So where's less than 4? To the right or to the left? To the right? 4 should be greater than x. So that is 4 is greater than any x. So it means it should be on this side because that is the left side of 4. If we go this way. Alright? So therefore, the possible solution for this is 3, 2, 1, 0. If you look at it, so 4 be greater than x. So 3, 2, and 1 is correct because 4 is greater than this. Alright? No. What? Next example. So let's say we have negative 2 should be greater or equal to x. So again, we're still going to start with negative 2. Our problem right now is where is our graph going and how will you know the possible solution? Let's understand and read. It says negative 2 should be greater or equal to x. Should be greater. Or, since we did the greater one, how about we do the other side? So negative 2 should be less. Should be less or equal to x. So are we closing the dot or are we going to be opening the dot to graph? Below. Should I go to the right or should I go to the left? The right, should be the opposite way. Because it says here, negative 2 should be less. So if that should be less, that x should be greater. So x is going to be negative 1, 0, 1, and so on. What do you mean by how? No. That negative 2 should be less than the value of x. So x must be greater. Oh, that's correct. You're right. So we start with negative 2. Copy. Copy. And it should be on page 228. Working that. Let's go.